Hello, Brick Chicago here. Welcome to Bearbrick 101. Have you ever spotted one of those big, chunky plastic bear figures? Chances are you've seen these bears rocking their signature pot bellies without even realizing what they are. That is a Bearbrick. These Japanese toys have turned into a cultural icon on its own and spawned a devout following, including high-profile personalities like Pharrell Williams, G-Dragon, RM from BTS, Steve Aoki, and of course Ben Baller. But make no mistake, these aren't just toys. Many are prized collectibles and even considered alternative investments. So let's take a deep dive into the world of Bearbricks, where they come from, the history behind them, and the essential details every collector should know to get started. It would not be far-fetched to say that Bearbricks kickstarted the trend of collecting modern toys. It has certainly bridged the gap between toys and artwork. Since its debut, the Japanese company behind Bearbricks, Medicom Toy, has teamed up with world-renowned artists, fashion designers, and iconic brands to release limited edition figures that collectors go absolutely crazy for. So what is a Bearbrick? Bearbrick is a platform toy made of ABS plastic. A platform toy is a type of designer toy that shares a standard base shape or body, which can be customized or reinterpreted by different artists, brands, or designers. Think of it like a blank canvas, but instead of a flat surface, it's a 3D bear figure. As of 2025, there are over 9,000 distinct Bearbricks across all sizes. And while the shape always stays the same, the designs are where the real magic happens. From collaborations with streetwear brands to legendary artists and major corporations, each project puts a fresh twist on that iconic Bearbrick silhouette. Over the years, Bearbrick have evolved big time. What started with simple graphic designs has turned into a massive global movement. Some of the earliest major collabs were with brands like Nike, a bathing ape, also known as Babe. Then came with the luxury wave, Chanel, Hermes, and others stepped in, turning Bearbricks into an high-end statement pieces. Today, you'll find Bearbricks featuring work by legendary artists like Cos, Keith Haring, Andy Warhol, and references to pop culture icons from movies, anime, and music. Whether you're a casual fan or deep in the game, Bearbricks are more than just toys. They're collectibles, art pieces, and for some, even investments. Now that you have a basic introduction of what a Bearbrick is, to truly appreciate the hobby and the collectibles, we should revisit the history and its founder. The Bearbrick story began with his founder Tatsuhiko Ryu Akashi-san, who started the Medicom Toys in 1996 while he was working in IT. Akashi-san used to work in computers, super long hours, and barely had any free time. But one rare day off, while walking through the streets of Shibuya, he stumbled upon a small toy store that caught his eye. It sold American toys, the kind that you see in Hollywood movies. Something about it just clicked. He thought it must be fun to work there. He had about $800 in his wallet, and by the end of that visit, it was all gone. That store, it was called Zap. Now, Zap doesn't exist anymore. You can't find much about it online either. Almost like it became a legend on its own. But here's the wild part. The store owner at the time went on to become one of the Medicom Toys' top executives. Even though Akashi-san didn't find this old job particularly fun, being around the process of making products started to shift his mindset. By standing in that shop, surrounded by creativity, the color, the characters, he found his passion. Quickly, he created a figure called Bearbrick in the form of Lego and in the tribute of the famous movie producer Stanley Kubrick. Bearbrick figures have a block style that resembles Lego figures. So where did the Bearbricks begin? Akashi-san created the first Bearbrick figures for the May 2001 World Character Convention that was held in Tokyo. The event organizers asked him to design a gift for convention attendees. Since they needed hundreds of gifts quickly, and the previous year had marked the 100th anniversary of the teddy bear, Akashi-san decided to create his Bearbrick figures with bear heads. The door gifts were a hit, and the Bearbrick was launched in the same year. The name Bearbrick is a combination of bear and brick, symbolizing their bear-like appearance and the brick-like simplicity of their design. Since the initial launch, it's now been 24 years, and every year there's about 300 100% sized Bearbricks released, 150 400% sizes released, and close to 100 different 1000% being released recent years. One of the key things you need to know as a collector is determining the Bearbrick size you would like to collect. Bearbrick figures come in specific sizes. For instance, the typical and the most widely collected 100% figure is about 7 centimeters tall or 2.75 inches. On the other hand, there's 50%, there's a 70%, which is usually used in keychains. There are also larger ones such as 400%, which is 27 centimeters, and the 1000%, which is roughly 70 centimeters tall. The majority of collectors prefer either the 100% or the 400% size Bearbricks. For me personally, I started with the 100% Bearbricks due to the limited space at my family home. It is also a great way to grow an army of Bearbricks, which resembles to an art gallery. 400% is a great way to truly appreciate the details of the design of a Bearbrick. You will enjoy the hobby no matter which size you go with. Another major part of Bearbrick world is the Bearbrick Series, which drops twice a year, once in summer and once in winter. COVID-19 shifted the timeline slightly, but every series is now released in July and at the end of December. Each series is released in a blind box format, meaning you won't know which figure you're getting until you open it. The element of surprise is a huge part of the fun and the hype. Each series includes a mix of categories like basic, artist, secrets, and standard. Within the standard lineup, you'll see recurring themes such as jelly bean, flags, animal, cute, science fiction, horror, hero, and more. Some figures are ultra rare, we call them the variants or the super secrets, which makes them highly valuable on the resale market. And since each case contains 24 blind boxes, collecting a full set takes a mix of luck, strategy, and sometimes a little bit of trading. This blind box system fuels the collector's community. It encourages us to trade, buy, sell in the pursuit of completing the collection. And honestly, that hunt is part of what makes Bearbrick so addictive. It's a wrap on the history and must-know information about Bearbricks. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Bearbrick content. Let me know in the comments which Bearbrick is your all-time favorite, and I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, welcome to the rabbit hole.